All right, welcome to Midweek Odds Mastery. We are going to jump right into the bets that we have and what we are looking to do. So let's start with one of our biggest plays of the night, Sam Patterson. So odds dropped down a little bit from the opening. I think we had a plus 290 at one point. Let's take a look here. Nope, the best we got was plus 275. So I guess, no, let's go forward. There it is, plus 285. Okay, so I got one of the best lines at plus 270. This has come down. It dropped down to a plus 220 at one point. It's back up to a plus 245, plus 230. And here's my honest recommendation on this. This should be far closer. This should be Patterson a plus 150. My metrics show that he should be favored, but that's a bit of a stretch, considering there is a potential for a large upside on Danny Barlow. But as we saw in his last fight, split decision win against Nikolay Vernatovakov. And by the way, Mr. Vernatovakov, he's the guy who pushed that other fighter after getting ground and pounded. So that's interesting. That was Austin Vanderford. You can take a look here. So almost even in this one, and Austin Vanderford gets him out of there with TKOs. Danny Barlow wins a split decision. So that's something interesting. That's not how I predict fights, but my metrics have this shown. My metrics have this shown at Sam Patterson, a 65% chance of winning. Seems very, very high. 36% difference. All right, so what I'm seeing here, though, at plus 245, this is what I could see happening. The line is going to drop. It's going to dip down. We're going to see it hit 200, plus 190. But, so you can either bet it now or just wait, because during the 4 or 5 hours before the fight and leading up to this specific fight, we're going to see money come in on Barlow in parlays. He's going to be a public darling. So I have it at a combined score of plus 270. However, I don't know if you'll get that, but it's worth a try. Next one here. Nazareth Hakparast. He's currently a plus 240. My combined bet, I have him at a plus 220. I'm very surprised this line hasn't evened up. I have Hakparast as a slight 52% favorite. So at plus 240, again, tons and tons of value. I've already put 2 units on it at a plus 220, so I'm a little hesitant. But I don't see this line getting much higher. How could it? Unless there's something wrong with Hakparast that we don't know about. So a recommendation on this one, if you haven't gotten down on it yet, take that plus 240. I don't see that getting much better. Now, I may put another unit on Hakparast at plus 240 because it's too good. The line is too good, and I have a ton of value on it. So that's my pick in terms of when you should bet it. I'd bet it now, and I'd bet it again if you're still getting that line at kickoff. This one is wild to me. Douglas Silva D'Andrade. If we look at how this line has moved, it's been straight getting better. Plus 130 opened up. Boop, 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 all the way. We've just seen money pouring in on Castaneda. I liked it at plus 195. That was when the odds, essentially that was a Sunday night, Monday morning. Placed a unit on it. Loved it at plus 2. I think we had a plus 235. Placed another unit on it. I love it even more at a plus 250. Looking at another unit. Now, is Castaneda just going to be one of those throw him in the parlay because I see a minus 300 and I really like favorites? Maybe. I could see a John Castaneda, Danny Barlow parlay all day long, and why not throw Mario Pinto in at minus 500? You might get paid even money if you're lucky. Probably not, though. So, but again, we're just trying to get the best number here. So, for me, I'm not going to place a bet on D'Andrade unless I feel comfortable that this is the best number I'm going to get because I already have 2 units on it. However, if you don't already have 2 units on it, bet D'Andrade at plus 250. Should be closer to 50-50, period. Smaller octagon is a disadvantage. One thing I did notice on a lot of the fight nights, he has struggled. If we take a look back here, Miles John, that was a fight night, so that would have been a smaller octagon. He lost a decision. He was an underdog in that. He beats Cody Stamann as an underdog. This one, though, was not the smaller octagon. Cody Stamann, a much better wrestler than John Castaneda. Saeed, he was a huge underdog in that one. He lost a decision again on a fight night. So that would be my one concern there. Struggled on fight nights, has won some, but as big favorites. So we'll see how he does in that smaller octagon. But again, we just have to bet this much, much better line here. And for the record, I have D'Andrade at a 48% chance of winning this fight. Okay, next one, and this is one, again, this might be a wait and see, even though I did not. I put 2 units on it at plus 160. It's up to a plus 180. So, again, we could see Danny Silva coming in on all these parlays, potentially, minus 210. I show this as Lucas Almeida should be a 58% favorite to win this fight. Slight edge, but we're getting plus 180 right here. So, would I bet this now? To me, this also looks like Danny Silva could be wrapped up in a bunch of parlays. People generally don't like Lucas Almeida, but when he has lost, it has been against very tough competition. He beats Timothy Kawamba as a, let's see, yep. He beats Timothy Kawamba as a plus 161. He loses to Andre Fili as a plus 135. He loses to Pat Sabatini as a plus 154. So to me, Fili, Sabatini, upper level, not of the division, but upper in the middle upper level talent. Michael Trezano, not great, but one is a plus 190. So he was kind of coasting along here, ran into 2 buzzsaws, gets his win back. Now he's a plus 180 against Danny Silva, who has fought absolutely no one. Joshua Kulibau, he won a split decision. Angel Pacheco, no way. He won a decision. Sorry. No. So give me Lucas Almeida at plus 180, 1,000%. But that's not what we're trying to figure out here on our midweek odds mastery. We're trying to figure out which way this line is going to go. And in my opinion, we could see this thing pump up. So I'm actually going to give you the recommendation of wait on Lucas Almeida and see where it goes. Last one here. Well, actually, we have 2 more. Luana Carolina, currently a minus 145. I got her at a minus 135. I have a unit and a half. Actually, I have over 2 units to win a unit and a half on Luana Carolina at minus 135. Currently sitting at minus 145. This is another tricky one. My metrics show she should win 65% of the time against Montana De La Rosa, but I do think that name is fairly popular, and we may see some money come in on her. I'm seeing some lesser lines on some of the other books. So this is going to be one where I do want to get more money on Luana Carolina, but I do want a better line, even though my metrics show that minus 145 is more than enough. But I just think, again, we're going to see De La Rosa get some action. And what's interesting about this, let's just go over this real quick, is that the nature of what we're doing, which is betting value, the reason we're getting value is because of a lot of the public sentiment is going to be on the other side. And so as the week goes on, a lot of times we're going to be waiting on lines to bet. And then some of them we're going to get in early. An example last week was Ricky Simone and Rob Font. We got in early. Those lines came down. But right before the fight started, we were essentially getting the same lines that we got earlier. We just don't know for sure that that's going to happen. So recommendation is Luana Carolina, wait on it. Lucas Almeida, wait on it. Douglas De Silva, I'd bet it now. That line is way too high, and there's just not a ton of value here. And honestly, if John Castaneda gets up to minus 400 and you're getting a plus 300, just put another unit on it. It's already worth it, but I predict that the money eventually has to get somewhat smart and bring Silva into the mix a little bit here. Sam Patterson, same thing. I think it comes down, and then I think it goes back up at the kickoff. So depending on when you want to bet, I'd say now or wait till right before the fight. Hack Parast, definitely bet it now. I do not see this line getting higher. These guys should be 50-50. And then one I didn't go over yet, but I do have a unit. I'm just going to wait. Almabayev, he did drop down to a plus 170 here, and now he's back up to a plus 187. Cape is going to be in all the public parlays. So just know that. So we wait. I have a unit, but I think we can get up to a plus 220. And that may be right before the fight starts. So it might be right before kickoff. We bang, put in another unit, put in 2 units. We'll see. depending on how good this line gets. But this one's a wait for me for sure on also Amabayev, but I do have a unit already on him. All right, so let's recap really quick. I do have my list of bets here. This is the total number of units and units wagered. We have 11.03 units. We have Luana Carolina, 2 units essentially to win 1.5. We got 2 units on Sam Patterson to win 5.4. 2 units on Nasrat Hakparas to win 4.4. Douglas Silva de Andrade, 2 to win 4.3. Lucas Almeida, 2 to win 3.2. And Asu Amabayev, 1 to win 1.95. So we are going to wait on the following. We're going to wait on Luana Carolina. I would bet Patterson now. I would bet Hakparas now. I would bet de Andrade now. I would wait on Lucas Almeida, and I'm waiting for sure on Asu Amabayev. And this is where we're targeting. These are going to be, I don't see anything else unless something gets way out of control, and that will be covered in the live stream. But as of right now, based on the movement I've seen, these are the 6 bets, and that's plenty. 11.03 units out. Let's see what our total payout could be, 20.75. So looks like our average is almost a plus 200, and you can see we have some massive underdogs on this card. One favorite, some smaller dogs, but I bet you that these two get up to these levels, and that's how crazy this fight game betting is. So that's what I got for you guys. We are going to keep an eye on everything, but that's my recommendation.